Hey everyone, welcome to Bonquisitive Tech Studio. So today it's gonna be a probably a small video. So I was working on something. So this you might have already seen this in one of my earlier videos. So this is a very simple application that I have created. So usually what happens in right now we are in a time of LLMs, right? So every time any type of files you would see like LLMs are creating markdown files. One way to read those markdown files is basically through Visual Studio Code. So in Visual Studio Code you can render the markdown file, right? But apart from or it can be done in other IDs as well, code editors as well. But I wanted a more simpler option, so that's why I created this Markdown viewer, which would be like a web application. As you can see right now, this would be a web application where you can upload one or multiple files, and not only it would be rendered, it would be also it would render different parts differently in a beautiful manner. Like say, for example, if a certain part is in say quotation or certain part is in code part, those parts or the tables, it would all be rendered individually in a beautiful manner. You can see the details of that project. This is an open source tool, I have already put it in my GitHub, publicly available. Also, like it's available through GitHub pages, so you can just go to my GitHub .io and Markdown live view, and you can actually access it, you can use it. Now I wanted to do two things. First of all, I wanted a couple of more features. See, like this is a markdown file that I have actually had, but now if I so by the way, if you actually do multiple files, like if I just clear this down and you see like there's a drag and drop or a browse upload option as well, right? And I have provided like 5 MB as a capping. So in total, like you can max 3 files and 5 MB each. And by the way, since it's public, you can also like change the code. So you might not be seeing the whole code, but yeah, this is the code here. You can also change it, by the way, if you want to. Just will working with the code later on. So, but see, like once I want to browse something, and let's say I have a lot of folders, and let's go to downloads. So in downloads, I have say 3 files. I can choose all three. I can open them, right? I can open all these markdown files properly. But the problem is, let's say I have closed these two, and then I want to add another one. So there's no add option. I have not created any add option. So this is something that I was thinking like probably we can do. And not only that, I was also thinking if there's some editing option is available, that would have been good too. Okay, so this was my thought. Let's see whether we can do it today or not. So going to VS Code, old trusty VS Code. So I also use Codex. I also use anti-gravity, but like VS Code is like old love. And obviously, I also feel like right now at this age, and at this day it doesn't make sense to write code by hand, so you obviously have all these tools. I usually use kilocode also. So it's almost like an extension, it's a gateway for any model that you want. I have a subscription in kilocode, I top up there, and I get credits, and it's passed on. Like I can use any models. You can see like from GPT models to Coin, every model is basically available here. But at the same time, why I like Kilo so much is because they also like provide some of the newer models as free. Some of the new models comes as free. They also have a lot of promotions. Like if you see like right now Claude offers 4.8, which was very recently came out. Some provider is providing it in a 20% off. Okay, so you these sort of things are also there. I'm not, by the way, like I'm not getting any money from Kilocode to advertise them. I just use it. That's why I'm talking about it. Anyway, what I was actually gonna see, I saw this Poolside. So this is Poolside is a company, and Laguna is a new model by them. So I was actually thinking to use a free model. I still have some credits, but I wanted to see whether we can do it with some of the free models or not. And since Laguna was one of the free models that is there, I wanted to check whether it can do it or not. Okay, so this is almost same like any other ID. Let's see whether we can do it or not. Okay, so again in Kilo also you get all these options like code, ask, debug, plan, and everything. What we can do actually, we can plan with a better model. Let's plan with Kimi. Okay, plan with Kimi, and then we will. There's an two models, instant and thinking. Let's do thinking. So as you have seen, for most of the projects, what I do, uh, go through the code for Markdown viewer project. Simple open source project. What project? Oh, web app to render Markdown. Let's say multiple Markdown files. I want to add a couple of features here. First one, right now there is an option to upload multiple files capped at max 3 at the moment. So right now there's an option to upload multiple files. Can I actually increase this somehow? This is too small. Yep, increased a lot. Let me try to make it, yeah. Okay. Uh, okay. Go to the code for Markdown viewer project, simple business, multiple Markdown files. Now I want to add a couple of features here. Right now there is an option to upload multiple files, and all those files appear as tabs, separate tabs. What I was thinking is, if we have one or two tab open, there should be a plus sign to upload more Markdown, still respecting the max boundary. Maybe something like Google Chrome browser tabs. Google Chrome browser tabs. Okay, so I guess you understood what I'm thinking, right? So I already can upload multiple files, but let's say I just opened one file and now I want to open another. I do not want to do the close all thing, which is at this moment. So I want to basically have an option to add something. Right now there's an option. What if I say we have one or two, there should be a plus sign to upload more Markdown files. Yes, I want to add this feature. Second, can we extend this to edit Markdown files as well with a live rendering preview? This should not be on by default, but if I want to change or edit something in a markdown file, I should be able to do it in the web app itself and see the changes live. Great. Lastly, I need you to push the changes, and since it's live to GitHub pages, hopefully I can see the changes that you are making. Okay, so what we do a plan. So by the way, most of the time I recommend, if at least your token budgets allow, I recommend to have a planning, and after the planning only you can start doing execution with even very simpler models as well. Planning is a more, I would say, like where it would require a certain level of reasoning, but once there's this all these explicitly added like steps, like okay, I need to do this and then I need to do that, after that you can actually use much simpler models to execute the plan. Okay, so right now I am using Kimi K2.6, which is a very good model actually, and you can see the usual session cost, which is like a 1 cent at this moment. I don't know how much it would be. Anyway, so there are few questions that it might ask me as clarification. So edit mode layout, does the user want a side by side? It will provide me, by the way, all these things. Okay, it was also thinking whether the edits will be persisting or not. Because let's say once we do edit, do we actually download that? Or is just live preview is enough? Which branch to push? Since we want master branch, I should push to master. That's self-explanatory. There's not multiple branch. I'm not collaborating with people here. Where the user explicitly said I need to push the changes since it's live. See the changes that you are making. Anyway, finances, are there any clarifications? It's making, writing the thing, making edits. I'm not sure whether it's gonna plan. I think it's just gonna write it somewhere. It I think created one file. Yeah, in .kilo it has created one file. Okay. So there are a couple of questions. Ready to implement, start new session, continue here. Uh, let's just do build or code here and Laguna. Yeah, let's do it with Laguna. Uh, continue here. I like this plan. So you can actually change the plan if you want, like what are the things that they are trying to do and whether you wanted to uh, make any changes to that, right? So the plan is ready. Continue here, submit. Okay. I think it's still actually using kilo. Anyway, so even if it is free, I don't think like it will start doing things or making a lot of changes here. So yeah, there are 4 5 steps: update index HTML with add file input, edit UI, About section updates. Okay, there are a few updates. Update the app.js with the append uploads tab, edit mode, live preview. Okay, test locally and then push to GitHub. Right? Seems good enough. You can watch this with me, or I can probably speed this part up when I edit this video. But yeah, usually you can just go and have a cup of coffee. Usually it shouldn't take like more than uh, I don't think it should take more than 5 minutes. Yeah, there are not many changes, basically just couple of features, and then it should test locally whether everything is working or not, compiling everything properly or not, and then I should just push it to my branch. Usually, if it is a Git branch, it's already a Git branch, so it already has all the information, right? Like which branch I am currently on, where to push, and everything. It will, yeah, it should do it directly then, so that shouldn't be a problem. As you can see, it has already made some update in app.js as well. So you can, by the way, if you want, you can also check the diffs as all. Okay, yeah, there's an event listener for click. Yeah, okay. And there's some style changes as well. User hasn't provided a new message. I'm in the middle of implementing the plan. So far, I have updated index HTML, updated app.js with append uploads plus tab plus edit mode live preview. Started updating style.css. I've added the tab at styles and rename dot button clear. Okay. It's making edits in CSS files. I think that's yeah, CSS files edits mostly done. Okay, it's now adding mobile responsiveness for the editor pane. You find the media query section and update it. Okay, that's good. So, by the way, it's a good thing, right? I haven't asked it specifically to work on the responsiveness, but it is like while making some changes, it understand like it need to do that. It's updating the README and it will probably do a quick test. Okay, let's see. I think it got some error. That's why it's trying to fix that. Very difficult to actually read through while there are changes being made. Either you can directly look after everything is being changed. After that, you can basically look, okay, what's the changes that happen. Let's see. So it says the document pane is styled properly and the JS changes also looks good enough. But we need to handle toggle document pane visibility when entering or exiting edit mode. Okay, yeah. So we are doing an edit mode. That's a slightly UI thing as well, right? Because for edit, and I have also asked that I want to see the live rendering or live preview of those things. What I haven't asked is to actually download. That would have been actually a better thing uh, to download or save, because it will probably overwrite it in memory, but what's the usefulness of that if it just does it in memory? So for anyone not understanding, so right now I am able to upload it, right? So let's say I have uploaded this markdown file. Now I want to make some changes. Okay, so this is something that I was working on, precision weighted attention. Let's say one of the silos I want, like, okay, I need to change the silo 1. Now it's already rendered and I do not have any editing option. What I'm trying to do is add an editing option. Okay, it's trying to actually test it out. It's actually trying to test it out. Let's see. By the way, you should always look at the shell comments that these agents are trying to make. This is something that I have also mentioned and stressed upon in the uh, agent videos. I have shown you few examples with Pico Claw, Hermes agent. Agent means you are just providing an tool or action hand to to an LLM. So now LLM not only can think, but it can take actions as well. So you need to just have some guardrails ready that it's not taking some random actions. Okay, it tried to read. Okay, I would run it. I would allow it. It's writing a lot of kilo files and playwright.mcp. These are actually not required, right? Like actually going through, it's actually testing it. So Playwright, by the way, if you do not know, Playwright is a way for browser automation. So think of it like this way, like the agent itself will open the browser. It will try to see, like, same way as you click on a particular portion, the agents can also like instruct it like, okay, do a click, simulate a click basically, or simulate some text input. Whatever you do in a browser, it will basically try to do that. So Playwright is a good thing if you want to do browser automation. Sometimes for automating tasks, it is very much required. But at the same time, it's not very stealth. So this is something you need to be very skeptical about. Let's say you want to automate posting into LinkedIn. For example, LinkedIn is a like a B2C, since it's a B2C kind of a platform forum. They do not want people to actually automate the posting part, or rather I would say they want it, but they want it through their own API. So LinkedIn has its own API to kind of do all of those, right? And that's a lot of business for them. So they do not want, like, okay, someone would come and automate that part. That's why in websites like LinkedIn, there's a lot of bot detection algorithms that are running in, which would try to actually detect such automated browser visits. And if it is happening from your account might be banned. So while Playwright is a great thing, I really like it, and it can do wonders in a lot of situations. Also try to see, like, okay, uh, the actual application where you want to do the browser automation, whether that allows browser automation or not, whether it has certain policies or not, because sometimes it can be risky. And LinkedIn, like, people optimize their LinkedIn profile for a long time. You do not want your LinkedIn profile to be banned, right? Same with probably YouTube as well. Just read the policy. Okay, and sometimes just reading the policy would give you a good idea. Okay, I think they got some errors. Got some errors. They haven't pushed it, so I can actually see directly from here as well, if I am not wrong. Yeah, this is in 5500. This is a new thing. Let me try to add one here. There's still an option, right? Yeah, there's an option, edit option and this plus option has already come. Why they are working on this? I'm not sure. It may or may not work, right? Let's just check. No, I want to add just one. What's the problem with that? It's asking me to add two. First one didn't work. You have seen that, right? The first one didn't work, the second one worked. Okay, let's see whether editing is working or not. It's a sideways, two different scrolls. Engagement today. I can see like live rendering as well. Yeah, it's good. I think some of these things are working. They are still. Let me dispose this particular port that I started working with 5500. I think they are getting some errors. That's why. Okay, it tried. Let me see where it went wrong. Made a critical mistake. Yes, hidden is there. So why is it visible in the screenshot? Yeah, so by the way, just so that you understand, you also should not use Playwright or browser automation on things where you're working with privacy data, because when you are doing browser automation, basically the agent will take a picture, take a screenshot of your browser and then send to the LLM. The LLM sees the picture and then only it knows where to click, right? So it's not happening randomly. To understand where to click, where to write something, where to scroll, for every of those actions and events, it needs to send a lot of screenshots, right? So it can be an issue if you do not want your data to be shared. A lot of thing for Playwright browser. There are two file chooser models open. That's because both file input and add file input might have been triggered. Yeah, I think also there's some issue with the file uploading thing. As you have seen, like when I was trying to test it, for once it didn't work. It just directly opened another one. So let me actually provide couple of things. It is actually like doing a lot of things. It's creating a lot of playwright files actually right now. Uh, Working correctly. The markdown file when someone has made any changes, edit mode. Okay, it is taking much longer than what I have expected. It has already taken 18 minutes. But yeah, it's doing everything autonomously, so it's not like you have to basically sit here and observe what's happening. But yeah, if you want to learn, then you can do what I'm doing right now. I didn't want to see that it's done quickly. Let's also provide this. It will be queued actually. Yeah, there's an option to kind of say it right away, send it right away, but haha, let me check the current app.js at the download functionality for edited files. Also ensure. Okay. So Laguna is also a free model or what? While it works, let us go and see Laguna. We can actually go and see side Laguna M.1. So this is what I'm using freely, right? But let's go to Poolside. Okay, this is a cool UI effect. So they have seems like couple of models, and these are open weights as well. So there are like open source models and open weight models. Open source is while you can actually provide the paper and everything, but sometimes you do not provide the weights. So what is a model? It's basically all the weights and biases and everything, right? So once you have the architecture as well as so first of all, people like closed models, they do not even provide you with a clear architecture that they are using. For open source models, they have like proper technical papers written where they explicitly say like, okay, this is the actual architecture that we are using. Not only that, once you also provide the weight, then people can actually reproduce it. So probably not us, people with like simpler GPUs. Like I have a 4070 GPU, but it's just 12 GB VRAM. But people who have like much more VRAM and all, they can actually like fine tune the model for specific tasks, or even quantize the model. So even for quantizing, you need to load it completely in the memory, right? So not only in memory, but like in a combination of the GPU plus the CPU DRAM plus all the places that you can. So yeah, I have, by the way, I have written a blog very recently on KV cache and how you can even optimize KV cache. So you might see like in LLMs sometimes it kind of hit the cache or it misses the cache, and based on that, you are basically uh, you are your cost of the tokens basically depends on that, right? So I think they are almost done. The file upload works. There is one tab visible. Now let me test clicking the edit button to enter edit button. Okay, so up until this point, they were just testing the uploading part. Anyway, let's go back to seeing the Laguna model. Seems good enough. It's you can directly get the API keys. I do not want the API keys. They have their own platform from where you can get the API keys, and you can go to Hugging Face to get. Okay, so it's actually 33B A3B, right? That's quite good. It may actually like it will. I can probably run it locally as well. So hopefully you know what this means, right? So 33 billion is the total number of parameters, while during activation only 3 billion parameters are like used. So it's like I think it's a mixture of experts. Yeah, it's a mixture of experts model with 3 billion activated parameters per token designed for an agentic coding and long horizon work. Okay. And 33 billion is not that great, and it's not that big. I would say not that great. I wanted to mean like it's not that big. So, and since only 3 billion parameters will be like activated, so yeah, okay. So if the background process is being stopped, I think, yeah. The video has been quite long while we have discussed a lot of other things as well. If you just see the title of this video, it would be, yeah, changing things in Markdown viewer. But yeah, it was a good discussion about a lot of smaller things that we get to do. That's why I do like this sort of videos where it's just me trying to build something or work on something and sharing that here in YouTube or yeah. So it's not like scripted. It's not like I do not even know what would happen if there is some errors comes up. I would also work on that. But I think like it's a good way so that I am learning things, you guys also learning things. So yeah, it's a win-win for both of us. Anyway, so it has been pushed to GitHub if I am not wrong. So let's go back. We'll check this Poolside Laguna model later on again. Now see, they have finished it. They are saying that they have finished it. Let me do a hard refresh. Another hard refresh. Okay. So yes, did they have written anything? Drag and drop, multi upload, GitHub. No, it doesn't say anything anyway. Uh, Let me actually try once. Oh, okay. It's still not there. Let me open my GitHub. Simple enough. Just go back to github.io for myself. Why isn't it coming? Okay, as my GitHub, I should go to here. Let's see. Yeah, so the commit is there. I think, okay, the GitHub pages deployments was like 3 minutes ago. Let's just check whether it was, yeah, it should be uploaded. Okay, it should be uploaded at any moment. I guess it just takes some time. That's it. It just takes couple of minutes basically to go through the process, the CI/CD process. So let me check again. Let me add one. Yeah, now it's there. You see, like now once I have just one markdown opened up, I have this plus button and I have this edit, download and clear all. So previously it was just a clear all option. So once you have uploaded, there was not an option to add another one, right? So but now I can do another add another markdown as well. But it's why it's coming like that. This error is not fixed yet. So I guess I need to give it some more commands. It's basically asking me to do it twice, right? And yeah, it's basically require two times that needs to be fixed. Okay, but the editing works as well, I guess. I think there was another issue. One of my Yeah, one of the thing got damaged. Anyway, I think we have a pretty good place where we want to be. Obviously, there are some more bug clearings that we need to do. Probably we might not use Laguna. I think it might require something a little bit more. Probably just not a free model, but probably something like Coin 3.6 plus or something like that. Something so that like it shouldn't be like a that difficult of a task, right? Anyway, hope you enjoyed this session. We will again work soon on some agentic work as well. So this was like a side project, but yeah, we will work on some agentic work real soon. So stay tuned and subscribe to Bonquisitive Tech Studio if you have not yet. Okay, bye bye. Take care.